higher. You are listening to an exclusive review. ASOT, A State of Trance.
Welcome to another 10 Questions with this week in the studio right here. Estiva, he's soon releasing, well, not soon, in September he's releasing his Metamorphosis. It's a difficult word. Metamorphosis album. But he already premiered a couple of new tunes in the studio. So we also asked you guys to submit questions. And let's ask them. First of all, how are you doing?
Very good. I'm excited about the new album. So, yeah.
I'm going to start straight away with the first question. This one is by Sney Makija27. Any vocal tracks planned for the future in the making?
Well, there's something on the album which could be defined as vocal tracks, but it's a little bit more experimental.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely vocal tracks in the future, always. I mean,
how do you mean experimental?
You have to check it out.
Why? People need to wait until September, so you might have a little bit of a scoop here.
It is not a full vocal track, but there is definitely vocals in the track. So,
is it like The One? A little bit like that?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. It builds on that concept, maybe.
Okay, next question is from K1 Arash Karager. That's even harder than your album title. What is, in your opinion, the best standard DJ controller to start with?
The best standard DJ controller?
Yeah.
I never use DJ controllers. I just play with the CDJs and the mixer.
Yeah.
The mixer I like to use is the DB4. Which
that's the one here? That's the one that's in here in the studio as well.
Yeah, you have it right there. Yeah, the other one is the DJM 900.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to buy or get into that remix station by Pioneer just to play around with that extra sounds and to give that.
Is it like with loops and stuff like that?
Yeah, loops and samples that you just add into the set to build those tracks a little bit extra and get some crazy effects.
Because the productions themselves aren't good enough?
Well, I mean...
or is it just to play around?
Yeah, my productions aren't good enough, so it needs that. Thank you.
But no, maybe it's because you get bored or something when you're playing. I don't know. Because I'm not really a big fan of people just throwing in loops and random stuff if the track's already done.
I think my music allows for some experimenting while playing them. I mean... The track.
Well, would you strip them down first and then add loops, or
no? I mean, I think there's room in my tracks and definitely in the transitions to add some things to make it more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think your tracks are more than interesting enough already.
Yeah, less is more. But okay, if you don't want me to use it, I won't use it.
No. I think it's a good idea, to be honest. But that's why I'm saying, like, you see a lot of techno DJs, and your sound could fit in there as well. They bring a whole... I saw that Ilke Klein is now bringing keyboards and stuff like that to shows. Maybe that's something for you for the future as well.
Yeah, live stuff. I can't play the piano though, so I have to teach myself or get you to learn with that.
Well, maybe like Armin, for example, he has this whole setup with a lot of loops basically for Gaia. So maybe that's something...
Yeah, strip down the whole track into stems and then rebuild them live. Yeah. It could be a really cool idea.
Next question, and this is a good one because I know you're a good dancer on stage. Because when we play back to back, I look like a wooden stick, and you're grooving. No, it's a question from Nadine. What is your go-to dance move when you're at the club? And I want to see it.
Oh, you want to see it?
Yes. Without music, that's a little bit weird, though.
I don't know. Dancing for me goes automatically, so I don't really think about it. When I look back on video, I sometimes think I look ridiculous, but I don't know. What's my
I don't know.
How do you see me dancing? If I'm dancing right now, you have to dance as well. Too, right?
You first.
Can you do the beat for me?
This sounds like the new Vinny Vici track. Yeah, you're a fist bumper.
Yeah, just.
Fist bumper. No, you're a good fist bumper.
Oh, this one?
Well, this is the techno one. Just move like this. I guess that's,
I guess if you want to see me dancing, just come to the show.
Yeah, that's a better one, I guess. Next question comes from Mani SHM2709. Where do you get your inspiration from when you are creating new music?
Everywhere. I listen to a lot of music, especially on planes. And yes, I definitely get inspired by other producers and tracks. But also, if the sun is shining, if it's good weather, if I'm in a good mood, that usually helps a lot. Yeah, going to festivals and experience the music as the audience usually does. Because I'm always up on stage, and then you kind of experience the music in a different way. So it's good to involve yourself in the audience.
And you say you listen to music a lot on the plane. Is there any? Do you download podcasts, or how do you go about that?
Well, I used to always download albums, but I finally got a Spotify.
So you can download stuff from on your phone from Spotify.
Well, it really helps me to explore other stuff where I usually just by accident hear new music and then buy the album. But now Spotify helps me to discover other artists.
And you go to a lot of festivals, so you walk around with Shazam maybe out or
yeah, I do that. Yeah,
I do that too.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what's this? Shazam.
Yeah. Well, all my friends are just dancing. I'm like, hey, what's this track?
Like, wow, what's going on here?
I like it.
Next question is from Matt Fax.
Matt Fax.
How you doing, Matt? How you doing?
Matt.
With that many ideas that you play in your sets, when is the release date of Spectacle Part 356? In this case, it would be Metamorphosis 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, December this year.
December this year. I think you have enough music to release 10 albums this year.
No, but I create a lot of tracks, but I think now it's really time to get all the like really the best tracks and the tracks that I don't want to release, I'll just play out live.
Yeah,
and maybe there's a right time for every track, and sometimes you create a track and then you can release it 3 years later, and sometimes you create a track and you want to release it 2 weeks later.
Well, to be honest, I mean, it's a good question by Matt, of course, because you have a lot of music that didn't make the album. There's a lot of tunes that I play in my sets, and when I saw the final track list of Metamorphosis, I was like, but what about this tune and what about this tune?
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes a track doesn't fit the whole album. Armin told me earlier about his Gaia album. You have to see this album as a whole. Like each track links to another track in the album, and that's what we're doing with Metamorphosis as well. So some tracks that I have been playing and you have been playing, and Armin as well, aren't on the album, but they'll be right for the next album, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, but in the meanwhile, then you have produced so many new tunes already that you won't think about those anymore.
Well, yeah, this is
it's a luxury problem. Yeah, exactly. Next question comes from Toon Ross. What do you feel is your biggest achievement?
I think my biggest achievement is just being able to do what I love, which is writing music each day, and also be able to perform that music for crowds all over the world. I think that's my biggest achievement, and I hope to keep on doing that for a long time.
I'm pretty sure you will.
As long as I enjoy it.
Yeah. Next question comes from official FRNCS. Good question, by the way. How was it like to work with Ruben? And any more collabs planned in the future?
It is terrible. And yes, because it's terrible, we're doing more collabs. You have an album coming up.
Yeah, my album is coming the 28th of June, actually, and we have 2 tracks on there.
Yes. So, no, it's actually really nice. We're friends.
Yeah.
And what's better than making music with your friends?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So the one track is called Horosha, which is good in Russian, and the other one is called Doni, which is dedicated to...
Donnie van de Beek.
Van de Beek. Donnie van de Beek. Ajax player. Next question comes from Sotiris Mitros, my guest from Greece. Will you ever begin your own radio show?
Ooh. Well, I mean, when I do things, I like to do it really good. And if I look at Armin's radio show, that's done so well. But I don't think I can pull that off right now. So maybe that's something for the far future. For now, I'll just release tracks and release albums and play shows and work on my shows to get better at that. And then maybe somewhere in my career, it's the right time to do a radio show.
Oh, we just talked about it. We're going to do a podcast about... what are we going to do a podcast about?
Ajax. IX players.
IX players. Yeah, we're going to do
Music.
an IX podcast. So let's do that in the future.
A lot of random stuff.
Forgotten IX players. IX producers. Next question comes from Padara Music. What can we expect? When can we expect new music? Well, that's an easy answer.
Yes, June 21st is the new EP coming, 2 tracks. So I know you've been waiting for a while for new music, so why not release 2 tracks? And the album is coming
September 27.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that date.
Soon you'll remember it. You're going to be like, when is it? Yeah, 20. Easy. The last question already. Cian Malone, 14. He submits every time a new question. That's really nice. If you were granted 3 wishes, what would they be?
Wow.
That's a difficult one.
Well, not difficult. The first wish would be that I will be able to get more wishes, unlimited amount of wishes, and that they
you just hacked it.
Yeah, hack the system.
Yeah.
So I don't need the other 2.
Good one. No, and not any more wishes?
No.
That's it?
No, I'm happy. I just wish everyone good health and world peace. And the third one,
Mr. Pageant Estiva.
Oh yeah.
World peace. Okay, well, thank you so much. That was the last question already. Like I said, the album is not going to drop until September, but I can't wait for it. I've heard it, so I'm happy to have heard it. But soon there's going to be more music. In A State of Trance, of course, Metamorphosis by Estiva. Released 27th of September. But first of all, next week, an EP on Statement.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lifting you higher. This is A State of Trance.